Yo, what's going on YouTube? So in today's video, this is pretty much going to be part one of either a two-part video series or a three-part video series. What I wanted to do was make one long-ass video of basically me rebuilding my Audi S4 in 5 minutes, whatever the time was, you know what I mean? But obviously with a rebuild, shit does not happen the way you want it to happen, you know what I mean? So in today's video is going to be part one of everything that I got done so far and everything that I'm going to get done. There's a lot of more stuff that's going to be done within the next few days. I'm hoping to have the car finished way before June 4th. June 4th is ECS Tuning Turbos and Tacos, and I definitely want to pull up being the most built, buffest, badass Audi S4, you know what I mean? Because that's what this bitch is right here. This bitch is a beast, so I do want to pull up and show everybody what she's about. I do plan on getting a lot of extra stuff. I did just drop a video on some of the performance mods that I did just get for the car. So make sure you guys go check that out. If you guys are new here, smash that subscribe button, hit that like button if you guys do enjoy the video. We are real close to 1,000 subs, so obviously you guys could see the face now. Once we hit like 1,000 subs, I'm gonna show my face in damn near every video. It would be like a vlog type shit. But like I said, this is part one. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. One thing that won't be in the video that I did was the oil change that I did yesterday using the green Liqui Moly oil. Usually I use the regular blue bottle from Liqui Moly, but I decided to go with the green one this time because the green one you can't actually see when it does leak, you know what I mean? Like it'll be a green oil leak. I actually did put this in the Volkswagen CC that was the project car once upon a time, and when that shit leaked, you can see it actually like still being green and not like some like brown liquid. So that shit does work really good. So I decided to go with that since I did have to replace the radiator and the AC condenser. When I took the radiator off, there was, I think the bottom bolt or something had a bunch of oil. That was like the oil line, and it just spilled out oil. So obviously she was well overdue for oil change anyway, so I decided to go with the green one, you know what I mean? But yeah, so hit that subscribe button. Let's get into the video. Alright, so this video pretty much starts off in the middle of me already disassembling everything. As you guys can see, I have the headlights out, the headlight assembly, the crash bar, the radiator, the AC condenser, all that good shit. If you look to the right, that's the old radiator support brace laying on the side. I do already have the new one on, but it already took me a few days to install like the whole front end. So what I wanted to do was start on the upper control arms. So I moved on to that once this was just like that. But I did run into a problem. So I did get the little tie rod pry bar. I got a heavy ass hammer. I got some heat, everything. I had to go buy an air hammer, the whole 9 yards. Like I said, I got the little torch right here. I'm doing a voiceover. But I got the torch right there. It took me 2 days to get both driver and passenger side upper control arms off. That one was obviously like corroded in really bad, so I had to hit it with the air hammer like directly on. And for the people who were saying be a man and hit it with a hammer, look at those fucking cuts on that upper control arm. I was smacking the shit out of that upper control arm, but it was not coming out. So yeah, I had to go buy a bunch of extra shit. So once I realized that it was going to take way more time and more work to take out the upper control arms, I decided to work on the front end because I wanted to get the front end at least assembled by that night. So what I had to do was connect the AC condenser to the new radiator, take the old fan off of the old radiator and hook it onto the front, bolt everything back in with all the hoses and nuts, and now everything's looking good. So now it's time to move on to test fit in the new crash bar. So it was a little tight, obviously, because it is a new crash bar, for one, and for two, the shit did just get into an accident, so I expected it not to slide right in. But before we actually put the new crash bar on, we were just test fitting it. I called my little brother over, shout out to him. He brought his angle grinder over, and what he did was, with those little Woody cowboy boots, he cut a little square out to get the little washer fluid line that you guys see right there out of the middle of the crash bar, because it was stuck in there. Because when I installed my heat exchanger, I ran that line straight through the crash bar. But I'm not going to do that again. I'm going to mount it to the back of the crash bar this time. But now that the new crash bar is all test fitted and everything, it's time to actually install the PLM heat exchanger that I had on previously, because it wasn't damaged in the accident, thank God. So I pre-drilled the holes, like I said. Well, I didn't say that, but I pre-drilled the holes, and then right now I'm just basically bolting that shit back up. And then I'm going to slap that along with the crash bar onto the front end, so the whole front end will be put back together. So everything mounted up perfectly besides one small thing. So the actual bolts that bolt on the crash bar to make it like secure and lock, I had to drill bigger holes. So inside you guys can see the metal shavings. I just had to drill bigger holes. It was no biggie. But moving on to the upper control arms, those are the old ones that are broken on the floor, and I did install the new ones. It did take hella heat. I mean, the air hammer loosened up a little bit, but the ball joint separator really helped out a lot. So I had to do the same thing with the driver's side. You guys can see the driver's side right here. It's so corroded. So it was just hella heat, like I said again. The ball joint separator and the air hammer. So that's how I got that out, and I got the new ones installed. So the front end was done, and the upper control arms were done. So pretty much everything was done almost. The only thing that was left to install was outer tie rods and inner tie rods. But I did just send my car today to go get that done at a shop, and they're also going to pressure test the coolant system, since I did just have a lot of cooling modifications, or not cooling modifications, cooling work done myself, obviously. But they're going to pressure test it and all that good shit. And then part 2 will be me fixing it cosmetically, and you guys will see that. So make sure you guys subscribe, that way you guys don't miss part 2 or another video. Hit that like button if you guys did enjoy it. Follow me on Instagram at Dynamic Demon Racing. I do post a lot of reels and like random ass pictures and shit about the Audi S4 and what's going on with it. But yeah, I'm out. Peace.
Wasn't on none, tone slow this motherfucker down, almost missed the shot. Audi S4, 5 seconds, we spin the block. Play with gang, you would die, I kid you not. Red dot, face shot, contagious like chicken pox.
Gon' do it from outside, 6 a.m. in your bushes. Waiting for a nigga come outside so I can